Nessa girl, I know y'all gonna kill me because I've been gone for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off. Let me just explain what's been going on. I've been doing a whole lot of traveling and a whole lot of creating and recreating and then a whole lot of resting and relaxation, and I'm back. And yeah, so like I didn't watch the Real Housewives of Potomac when it had originally came on, right? So I had to log on to my Sling TV and catch it when it was on like repeat status or whatever. And speaking of, y'all gotta check out Sling TV for all of y'all who watch my videos and talk about, oh, you know, I ain't got cable or whatever, but I just follow you that either Sling TV will save your life when it comes to your reality TV fix and a whole bunch of other things. So y'all be sure to check out Sling TV. That way you'll be able to keep up with the dog in all the shows. Nevertheless, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, honey. This was episode 2 / Candiace's wedding special that she did not get. But I'm hoping her original budget was $125,000 for their wedding. It said total budget $200,000. I'm hoping Bravo ain't the difference. Nevertheless, Gizelle and Cal go to boot camp. Is it me? Or Cal was kind of fine up under them clothes or whatever. Hey, daddy, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. I got good credit. I got good boojana. I got whatever you looking for. All between my legs and in my butt, yes. I got it. Hey, Cal. And you can do hair and wigs too. My hair is lit. Like, my man Cal just gave me 22 inches. 3 bundles and a closure. Yes, God, honey. The next time you ready to exercise, call me. Candiace's gown. When Candiace came out, honestly and truthfully, I was more flabbergasted when Candiace came out in the fitting than at the wedding. Her gown was amazing. Now, you know, I'm one of those people, I watch these shows, Bridezilla, Meet the Bride, Mama the Bride, all these different little shows. And these women be going up for these gowns. And I never like got into it. It's like, okay, girl, it's a dress. You could have went to Dillard's. But Candiace's gown, I was like, yes. Like, all right now, I see what you're doing. I like it. Her dress was really cool. Y'all gotta give it up. Candiace's gown was everything. You know, Candiace, shut up! Candiace attempted to close out the previous argument that she had with her mother about the stepbrother coming, and the conversation just went so far left. And I guess it was one of those things where Candiace was like, you know what? We just had a Mexican impasse in this one. We just gonna have to choose to let it go because we're never gonna agree on this. And the mother just rattled down the list of all the personality defects that she feels Candiace has. You're a spoiled brat, you're entitled, you're a narcissist, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, well, Mom, all those things that you called her are a direct reflection of your rearing. You're the narcissist, and as far as her being the spoiled brat, you're the one stroking the check. So you created this monster, if that is to be true. I will say this, I watched this episode ready to wear that mama behind out. But she behaved herself this episode. So Miss Candiace mama, Dorothy, you get a pass, because baby, I was about to click my heels and send you to Kansas. I did not like the mother calling Candiace's brother the sins of his father. You know, my question to people who share the belief that Candiace's mom has in reference to the brother, is Candiace supposed to just walk around and ignore this human being that shares one half of her DNA? I don't know. I wasn't raised under that doctrine. I don't believe in that doctrine. But for those of you who have these strong beliefs in it, please help me to understand, what is Candiace supposed to do? If Candiace goes to her father's house for a dinner, is she not to engage this young man? Is she not, if this young man has a wedding, is Candiace not supposed to participate because of the sins of her father? Which I'm not really understanding what the sin was, seeing as though they were not married when he was conceived, and independent of the father having this illegitimate child, as the mom says, you still chose to marry him. So who's the fool? See, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm fleshing this out, Dorothy ain't mad with that daddy. Dorothy mad that that daddy played a fool out of her behind 11 times. You know what I'm saying? He 11 times he embarrassed you. Dorothy mad with herself. Sherman not going to this wedding and Gizelle falling out crying to the phone. Y'all know, rarely do I agree with that Gizelle. And I'm about to choke on the back of my tongue at the simple fact that I'm about to give her some support. Sherman was wrong. Period, hard stop, next page. Sherman was wrong. Sherman, I completely understand Sherman's reasons for not wanting to go to the wedding. I can completely understand Sherman's hesitation for not wanting to participate in the Real Housewives of Potomac. I can completely understand that. Anybody with 2 ears and 2 eyes and halfway human can understand. On top of that, with, you know, Sherman being part of the society, this, that, and the third, what was revealed about him by Monique was damaging and embarrassing. Not to mention, Sherman signed up to love and date Gizelle and not be a part of this show, especially so much so where a whole storyline is created about his personal business. So I completely understand Sherman for not wanting to participate in this wedding. Where Sherman went wrong was that he agreed to go with Gizelle in the first place. From the very moment she mentioned that wedding, he should have shut it down from inception. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a slight part about the situation that I don't agree with. And maybe because I'm not a woman, you know, Robin made the reference, he needs to be here to, it's not about Monique, it's about supporting Gizelle. You know, I'm sorry, maybe I'm just too practical, but I mean, it's a 2-hour wedding. It's a 3-hour ordeal. It's a 3-hour party, for lack of a better term. What real support does she need? Now, I can understand if she was being honored at a gala or receiving some sort of award and then him being like, I don't want to go because I don't want to be associated with those people. It was a wedding. You know what I'm saying? It was a wedding, one in which you was going to ignore the man half the time to kiki and fool out loud with Robin and Karen anyway. And he was going to be stuck over here in the corner with the men. So, like, did he really do any real damage in not going to the wedding? Gizelle, leave that man alone. Let that man sit at home and flip through Sling TV. Watch all the channels that he want to watch. Watch y'all fool out loud across the Bravo portion of Sling TV. Leave that doggone man alone and just be ready for him to give you something you can feel when you get home. That's all to it, baby. Maybe we could do lunch or dinner sometimes, okay? They get to the wedding and Candiace get that makeup done. And she says she don't want nobody in the room. She don't want that mama in the room, and I don't blame her. That mama is full of stress. Quiet as it's kept, I wouldn't want that mama in the room when I was brushing my teeth. Messing around with her behind, I might mess around and upset my gums and get gingivitis or create a cavity where one didn't exist. And I'm glad the mama, her and her curls took her behind out the room. Now I got a question. Candiace Bassett, your hair been looking kind of good lately, daughter. Okay, is that your hair your mama was wearing? Because your mama hair looked it good. Yours looked it good too. This look a hell of a lot better than that hair that you and your sister was trying to advertise season 1. That mama hair looked it real good, that's a girl. Chris in the wedding vows. Yeah, Chris, we could tell that you black like this and not like this because of they was cute or whatever, but that was more reception dinnerish speeches. That was more reception dinnerish. I would, and I see where you was going with it, brother. I did. It just made me cringe a little. I just wish you would have, used that same creative energy and just took the vow portion just a little more serious and had saved that. Maybe you could have put that on a card in the gift bags or something, a nice poem, real Nikki Giovanni based that the men could have took home to their wives when they made them pause. You see how I did it? I could do the stuff with the titles too. It gave them something they could feel, later on that night. Or whatever the case may be. But it's water up under the bridge now. Robin and Wanda missed the whole doggone ceremony. Don't feel bad. My friend Pia, the one who I told you I had them sprayed me down to the place when I had crabs in college. That's a whole nother video. Check out this the time I had crabs if you want to really laugh. Child, I showed up to her wedding late. When I was walking through the door, they was walking through the thing, holding the thing. I was like, hey, girl, hey! Or whatever. And I just electric slided at the reception. I mean, quiet as it's kept, it's not my fault the ceremony be only 12 minutes long anyway, and the reception be longer than the doggone wedding. I mean, hell, I'm black like this and not like this. I was running late. We couldn't check in our hotel on time. And so I had to get dressed and shave and stuff afterwards. Nevertheless, this ain't about me. Monique tried to talk to Gizelle. I will say this. I was sitting on pins and needles when Monique was talking or trying to talk to Gizelle, because Gizelle has been known to be real standoffish and take advantage of the fact that you're trying to smooth things over with her and be real, catty-like, and she was very receptive. I definitely understand Monique wanting to apologize to Sherman. That's honestly where the most damage was done. But I also understand Gizelle saying, you don't need to talk to my man. You talking to and about my man is what got us in this situation in the first place. And, Gizelle did haze her up a little bit and give her a little other business. And Monique stood there and ate it. She ate crow because she had to. You know what I'm saying? And Chris came over at the nick of time and ended it. What I do like and respect and what I commend Gizelle for, the old Gizelle wouldn't have circled back around and tried to make it right with Monique. The new Gizelle, she came back around and was like, girl, you know what? And I want all the reality TV show women to retire and move forward. She did come around and say, let's, work on it and move forward. Move forward is the new I'm sorry when I'm not sorry. It's almost a license that they use to do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say, then they use the apology and let's just move forward. The whole move forward line is wrap it up in a bow and let's move on. I'm not here for it. And last but not least, honey, Candiace and them vocals. That's what I'm finna go ahead and get off the line because what I got to say ain't, ooh. No. Bad. That we just gonna close out this call. Nessa girl, you heard me talk about the Sling TV, but catch these teas, baby. For those of y'all who do not have cable, you can use promo code FUNKY and get the first 3 months for as low as $15. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Bad. The link down in the description box.